Gregory Mahalik, FTH 223. This is our week 1 assignment. Today is April 27th. Yeah, April 27th. And I've got my laptop pulled right here. You can kind of see this is actually I was going to say shadow, but this is actually the keyboard area of the laptop, case of it, whatever you want to call it. I've got Numerich, website pulled up, Midwest Gunworks, Midway USA, and Bro Nails. So starting with Bro Nails, I clicked on gun parts in the top headline. Down on the lower right, I was able to hit view schematics. Pulls up schematics for Aero Precision, Bro Nails firearms, Colt handgun parts, Glock gun parts, Mossberg shotgun parts, Ruger rifles, and rifle triggers and parts. Midway USA, I was not able to find any schematics. I even searched schematics in their headline there, come up with nothing. For Numerich, let me back up here for a second and remember how I got there. Okay, so I went back on the website. On Numerich, I went to and I was shopping by brand with the SIG, pulled up the model. It comes with barrels, grips, holsters, magazines, and the very end firearm schematics. And on the Midwest, Gunworks was a very similar search. Went to gun parts, located the model, and then pulled up the schematic for it as well. So locating the extractor, ejector, hammer, firing pin, and mainspring, SIG 226 is a very common firearm, so I don't foresee having any issues locating these parts, being able to order these parts, or getting prices for these parts. So on Numerich's website for the SIG 226, our ejector is number 32, the extractor is number 10, the hammer is going to be number 29, the firing pin will be number 11. Look at the picture, scroll back up here. Yep, number 11. And our mainspring is going to be, looks like number 33. Number 34 is the mainspring. So ending with the mainspring, the cost of it is $1207 or $908 on Numerich. On Midwest Gunworks, $699, $1349, or $510, depending on if it's a SIG brand. Looks like they're all possibly SIG brand, but there's multiple prices. One's discontinued, the other two are in stock. Numerich, we got a $57.70 for a hammer, $65.55, $52, $109, out of stock, $107. Most of these are in stock. There's only one that is out of stock. If we go over to Midwest, we'll click on the hammer part number, our item number, and we're looking at 33, 54, 30, 40, 45, 27, 30, depending on what they're coded on. We have 4 that are out of stock, 3 that are in stock. For our firing pin on Midwest at $27.72, there's only 1 in stock. The other 3 are out of stock. They range from $16.50 to $27.27, with one in the middle of $17.43. Going to Numerich, we have a 26, a 25, 21, and all 3 are available and in stock. Moving on to the ejector, Numerich, $28.75, $21.60, $29.95, $22.50. It appears that they are all in stock. Flip it over to Midwest. Midwest shows 1. It's a new style, $13.20, and it is in stock. And last but not least, the ejector on Numerich, we're looking at $24.41, $18.34, $24.41, $18.33, and appear to all be in stock. Going over Midwest, we have 2 that are in stock at $9.44 to $23.10, and we have 2 that are, one is sold out and one is discontinued, and that would be $20.33 and $18.48. So for the first bullet point on part 5, researching several components, was it fairly easy to find the parts you're looking for? Was it more difficult than you anticipated? Did not feel like it was going to be difficult, being a 226 is a popular pistol, and I prefer Midwest's website, as you're able to click on the item number in its schematic and it'll take you directly to that parts listing, versus Numerich, you've got to look at the numbers. It's a smaller picture, zoom in, and then you got to scroll through their list to find that part, then click on it and it brings a drop down of those parts. So Midwest, I think their site's a little more user friendly, but difficulty to find the parts, very little. A couple were out of stock or discontinued, but there was new parts to replace them, and very reasonable prices as well. As far as quality and price to put in a customer's firearm, yeah, they're SIG components. They're factory components that are SIG branded, so I would have no problem putting a OEM part in there at a very fair price. I think the most expensive one I kind of mentioned was $65 or $70. When you're looking at, I think it's 226 is up there closer around the $1,000 mark maybe. P226 SIG cost. Let's see what Google comes back with real quick. Oh, of course it's not gonna give me a real quick answer. Alright, Proven Outfitters, very reputable site. I use them a lot because they do the law enforcement military pricing. Being military, I like to go and save money. So a SIG 226 law enforcement military price from Proven Outfitters is $8.99. Optic ready, $8.99. So right there, probably civilian price is probably be around that $1,000 mark. So $70 hammer, $20 injector, some other prices, well more than worth it to get the gun back up and running. So after researching and replacing parts, thoughts on having a handful of go-to suppliers, what criteria would you use in choosing them? One, having OEM components in for future warranty issues, having in stock, easeability using their website, fair shipping prices, because sometimes the shipping can be more than the component is. You can go to another website, pay a couple dollars more for the shipping, or for the component, but get free shipping. So keeping that in mind, spending a little bit of time to find the customer the best price available, but getting a quality part, and as well as the customer service on the back end of the website is if they send you a wrong part, a damaged part, components are missing, you paid for them, they didn't get packaged, but having someone that's going to stand behind and take care of their customers on the backside, answer their phones, be able to talk to somebody, and solve any issues that you might have. So Midwest, I've used them before. They've been good. Numerich, I've used them before. They had parts for a 1970s LC Smith that I redid for my dad as my grandpa's, and they had all the parts I needed, and were all of quality. Midwest has been good. Burnell's, they've got really good parts. I've used them before. Midway, I've used them for parts. So all four of these sites that we had looked up, I'd go to any of them for parts for customers and order whoever had in stock and had the best price and the best shipping. And that concludes week 1, module 1's assignment.